Hey, what it do, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. So I know I've been bouncing around from like project to project, and that's just kind of the way it is. We got the 3-inch water cannons right here. I'm still waiting for some 3-inch valves for those. I don't know when they'll get here. Supposedly they're supposed to be here tomorrow, but I ordered them quite a while ago. And then we got old Whitey over here. That thing's gonna take a bunch of work, and it's gonna kind of get put on the back burner a little bit just because it's like actually raining outside now. And just on the other side of those doors is the 6x6 water truck, and that actually works. So not high priority right now. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and move back up to the front of the property, and we're going to be working on the pipe fence that I started building, I think like 5 or 6 months ago. And the reason I stopped working on it is because last time I was up there, I actually started a fire. So I decided, you know, I better put that on the back burner a little bit. And now that it's actually wet outside, it's cooled down a little bit, it's a good time to go ahead and start working on the fencing. And so I'm super excited for it. I love working on the front of the property. So I know in my last video I said that I was gonna be showing you guys the scraper a little bit. I have a little bit of footage of it, but not too much. And that's because tomorrow we're actually gonna be like messing around with it quite a bit. We're gonna try and load it up on a different style trailer. My father-in-law's been working on it. He put a new exhaust on it, and it just is a super cool tractor. So it might make its way into this video a little bit, but the bulk of it's gonna be in the next video. So there might be some other stuff that makes its way in here, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go jump into it, and let's roll.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They've been gone a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
I'm going to be driving the John Deere 210 a little bit. We're gonna be yanking out all the front posts. So I gotta get this thing warmed up. Then after I'm done cleaning it up, we're gonna put the auger on the 299. We're gonna take that thing up front. You might see something in this video that you don't see very often. Me wearing gloves. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick overview for those of you who might be new to the channel. Probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I started building this front fence, and it's turning out super cool. I love it. Then life kind of got in the way, got pretty busy. So we're going to be imitating that on this side. So this is a much longer stretch, and you can see the style of fence that it used to be. It was basically just wooden posts and this wire stuff. And so this makes a big tangly mess. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all the wire out first, and then we'll come along and pull all these posts. And then once I'm done with that, we're gonna go ahead and grab the 210. We'll put the Gannon down, and we'll basically clean this whole front side up, make it a nice clean flat piece of dirt. And then I'll come up here with the 299, I'll put the auger attachment on it, and we'll start drilling new holes. And then once that's all done, I have a pile of steel poles over there that I'm gonna bring over, and I'm gonna kind of lay out. I don't think I have enough to do the entire front of the fence line, but basically we'll go as far as we can. And then I'll put the auger attachment on the 299. We'll start drilling a bunch of holes. I'm hoping to get them all set today. We'll see if I can actually get that far. That's a lot of concrete mixing by hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and get at it and start taking all this stuff down.
I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here.
It's showing me. Oh, it's facing me.
Never beat up and down, and I'm real good.
Red number or a red bar? Yeah, it's
Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities and doing that first. Check's big and I'm certain that hurts, but it's checkmate. We ain't selling short, know the work. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind, cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way.
This is why I don't take them all out in one piece.
Yeah.
I have like one
Like unloading my trailer, full fire safety council.
I'm far ahead and gotta run last. But we ain't letting up, we never done that. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind.
So Mike came over to help out with the fence a little bit. He's gonna get going again, but before he goes, he's gonna go check out the earth mover.
Earth mover.
Yep, you wanna go check this thing out?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so since Mike's here, we're gonna go ahead and fire this thing up, and we'll give you guys a quick once over on what it does, and then later on I'll actually take it for a spin. So for any of you that might not be familiar with what this machine is, you've probably seen them going down the road, but basically it's a belly scraper, earth mover, a bunch of different names for it. This part right here will drop down towards the ground, and this big old hopper back here will fill up while these paddles are kind of forcing dirt to go back. And then once you're full, you go ahead and pick this thing up, you drive it wherever you want to, and dump it back out. That plate right there, it slides forward, and this little cutting edge that you see right here, it slides back, so you can go ahead and dump this all out. I'll show you guys in a little bit greater detail, but that's basically what this machine does. Scoops up dirt and drops it somewhere else. Driving these things is kind of a trip because you have an articulation right here, and for anybody that's never driven an articulating machine, it feels weird, but it's even more weird if the articulation is behind you. It's such a trip driving this thing around. All right, see you later, man.
All right, later.
All right, well, I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to, but I did make good progress today. It is all cleaned out right here. You guys can see my little orange line that I painted nice and straight. So I'm gonna wake up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow, start cutting my vertical pieces, get all the holes marked out, get them all drilled, and then hopefully get them set tomorrow. That's gonna be a far stretch. That's a lot of concrete to mix, but it's supposed to rain on Wednesday, so I'm hoping I can get it like knocked out, get everything set, so I can kind of like not have to worry about it too much. Then if I get to it, which I highly doubt I will, but I'll start running the horizontal pieces right here, kind of like you see those right there. All right, check out these gauges. These things are old school. If you guys have seen like my newer cutting torch setup, I mean, it's the same concept. It's a regulator, basically controls how much flow there is. But at the end of the day, as long as they don't leak, they do the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all these up. We're gonna turn them on, we're gonna turn the torch on and see if it actually blows fire. Uh-oh, don't hit the fire extinguisher. We might need that.
Yeah, because it's for the fire.
Yep.
I don't want to throw that way out the door.
All right, I hear gas.
How's that working? Pretty good?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out right now. Seems like a pretty weak tip.
Might have Alright, you got a tip cleaner?
All right, so this is the old tip right here. This is the one that I just brought it from the shop. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but this guy has 6 holes on the side. And this one's only got, oh man, these things are tiny. This one's got 4, so. Anyhow, let's go ahead and see if changing this tip out for the bigger one actually makes a difference. All right, here we go. Too much? A little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Likely. That's loose. That might help a little bit. Now we're talking. Beautiful. So the actual reason why I bought that cutting torch was that it came with 2 bottles. If you guys have ever had to buy bottles, you know they're extremely expensive. So I am happy that the cutting torch works. That's a huge perk. But now that I know that it works, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shift gears because I already have a couple of these cut. I'm gonna go get like 3 or 4 of those posts set in concrete, let them sit overnight, and then I'll be able to pull my strings with them tomorrow. All right, so we got Mike in the 299. He's coming up with all the posts. I'm basically just gonna walk along and drop one in here. There's a couple of them that need to be dug out, but you guys can kind of see that I have my string line very rough. This is more for like a line this way, not up and down yet.
I wrote this song for all my no good friends who's just getting by, just like me. Leaving the bar, my breath's as hard as regular gasoline. Fire up a bone while I'm swerving home, blowing smoke like a Model T. Wake up to a cup as black as tar, go to work and get beat like a mule. I'm just as empty as I am poor, so I'm running on fuel. I'm running on fuel. It's all I...
All right, well, we need 17 more posts to finish that front fence line. I'm hoping I've got enough gas in the bottles to make all 17 cuts. And then from there, I'll see if I have enough, because I still have to cut a saddle on the top of every post, trim it to length. So I don't think I'm gonna have enough gas for all that, but we'll get as far as we can. Expert mode. All right.
Give it a little bit more heat. That's cool. I left it right there the whole time.
All right, well, now it's time for probably the hardest part of the entire fence build, and that's mixing the concrete. Definitely gonna be the most physically demanding, but I just ran over to Ryan's house. He's gonna let me borrow their cement mixer. So the first section of fence, starting from over there, down towards the entrance right there, jumping back across over here and coming back out this way. I did all that by hand in a wheelbarrow in the middle of summer. I'm hoping I can get every single hole done with the cement mixer tonight. I might be out here past dark, but I'm gonna get it done because we got some rain coming, and I do not wanna have to re-drill all these holes. So I already topped this thing off with gas, and well, there's no pull string on here, so we're gonna make do, and let's see if we can get this thing started. Set this guy down over here. Choke on, fuel on. Dude. No, 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 no! Ah. Well, now it's time for the fun part.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
well, huge shout out to Ryan. He just took off just a little bit ago. Sun went down probably about 45 minutes ago. We wrapped up just as the sun was going down. So I'm just picking up all the trash right now, cleaning all the bags up. And then after that, I'll head down to the shop. But we got every single fence post set up here today. So it's going to be hard to tell, but they go all the way down that way. And then there's quite a few down that way. All in all, there were 37 poles spaced every 10 feet up here. So this section of fence is roughly 370 feet. A lot of fence line. Anyhow, let's get all this junk cleaned up, throw it on the back of the truck, which I'm gonna have to pressure wash because there is a ton of concrete dust right here. There's a sexy Bronco. I'm gonna go and put this cruise this video. It's getting kind of late. I'm kind of cold, and I'm actually in my pajamas. But huge thanks to Ryan and Mike for coming over and helping me today. Ryan's mixer was just like a complete game changer. I don't think we would have even got close to finishing today if we did not have that thing over here. But thank you guys for watching. If you could do me a huge solid, like, subscribe, share this with your amigos, hit that notification button down below so you guys can continue to see progress on all the other random projects that we got going on. And if you guys want to save a couple bucks on gas, don't forget to click on that upside link down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.